Have any of you ever smoked a cigarette or been around someone who's ever smoked? Raise your hand if you have. If you have, then you have been affected by the leading cause of preventable death in the United States. This is a community issue because even if you don't smoke, you are affected. There are people smoking everywhere. Jarrett and I are credible sources on this subject because we have done research to further our knowledge. Deaths caused by cigarette smoke and secondhand smoke are simply preventable. Today we will further explain why by discussing the problem of smoking as well as secondhand smoking, the causes related to the issue, and some solutions that we can all use to stop this form of preventable death. First, Jarrett and I will discuss the problems that come with smoking and secondhand smoking. Smoking causes preventable health issues and death. According to Centers for Disease and Prevention, or the CDC, in 2015, about 15 out of every 100 people aged 18 and up have admitted to smoking cigarettes, or currently smoking cigarettes at the time. There are more than 16 million Americans that have smoking-related diseases. Also, smoking is related to every 1 in 5 deaths, according to the real cost of.
The problem with this is that even if you don't smoke, you can still be affected. Secondhand smoke is a leading cause in lung disease in America, and according to the Center for Disease Control, non-smokers affected by secondhand smoke have a 20 to 30% increase in risk of developing lung cancer. That is a major, huge statistic. If you look around, 20 to 30% of you could already have this risk of developing lung cancer. However, this does not just relate to teenagers and adults. Children are often victims due to their parents smoking in homes and cars. They can't escape their parents, and so they are affected. Some of the problems we discussed included the negative effects of smoking, not only on the smoker, but on others around them. So in other words, the smoker is the initial cause of the problem.
Individuals who smoke and their secondhand smoke are the main causes of preventable death. Individuals who smoke are preeminently the main cause of preventable death as well. By choosing to smoke indirectly, you're not only directly endangering yourself, but others around you. Okay, so when you're indoors and you're smoking, such as like people their parents who smoke indoors, or when you used to be able to smoke in like your hotels or when you're at the restaurants, you are basically not like you were affecting everyone that was in there and giving no one else a choice but to get the same diseases you were getting from the smoke. When the smokers are not only endangering themselves and not thinking of the risks on just their bodies but others as well.
This leads to policies that have been put forth to prevent some of these issues. Secondhand smoke overall has not been well addressed, though according to the Public Health Law Center Access March 26, there has been legislation to help prevent some of these issues, such as there's no more allowed, you cannot smoke in businesses, bars, restaurants, but it still has room to grow. There's exposure in all age groups, everyone around you, young and old. However, this mainly affects children specifically, and it inhibits lung growth for little kids, which affects them for their entire life. Why should they have to pay for their parents' decision? Now that we've seen how smokers negatively affect themselves and others, we will offer simple and effective solutions to prevent smoking-related deaths.
To prevent exposure, smokers should decide to smoke outdoors and not in contained areas such as homes or cars. Negative effects of smoking can be through changes Negative effects on smoking can be reduced through changes in your everyday lifestyle, such as choosing where to smoke, away from who you decide to smoke around, and how often you smoke each day. These changes will lead to a prominently healthier society as a whole.
The second way that you can help this is to protect yourself. You ultimately can have a chance to remove yourself from the situation. You can simply walk away and reduce your risk. You also can ask them politely to move somewhere else. In both of these fashions, you will reduce your risk as a whole. So in conclusion, today we talked about the dangers of smoking-related deaths and how they can be prevented. We talked about the problems of smoking and secondhand smoke and the effects it has on everyone around us. We explained the causes, such as the amount of smokers, the smoking-related diseases, and how you don't have to smoke to be affected. We discussed solutions to apply to the problems, such as smarter smoking practices and protecting yourself. I leave you with one last thought. According to the Center for Disease Control, approximately 480,000 deaths per year are caused by cigarettes. That's roughly 1,300 deaths per day in the United States alone, and they are all preventable. So today I ask you to go about your daily life and be conscious of the effects cigarette smoke has on the smoker and others around them. I write your congressman a petition for safer air for kids with reduced smoke emissions. Thank you.